Hey creatives, a few months ago Ohuhu contacted me to send me their new products, new alcohol markers, their alcohol marker paper pad, new version, which I review in the video I link in the description, and a new watercolor paper from Ohuhu. You might say Ohuhu and the watercolor, they don't mix together, but they actually made it. This might be the sign that they want to invest in that direction as well. You might also think, what's particular in a watercolor paper? Well, the reason why they patented this watercolor pad, it's gonna be clear in a minute in this video. Hi, my name is Luigi, also known on social media as Illustrazionidilut, and in this channel I'm talking about art supplies, drawing, painting, my own art journey. So I received this block of paper in March or April, but Ohuhu asked me to wait until end of May to show it off. Meanwhile, I saw quite few reviews online here on YouTube, and I'm gonna link in the description the one that were more interesting to me personally. For example, the Frugal Crafter made an in-depth review with lots of testing on the pad, so I recommend to watch that if you want to watch one in particular. In this review here, I'm gonna just check it out, have a first impression, and see how it's performing. About the specs of this paper pad, I received a hot press version. There is also cold press version. It's 300 GSM and it's 100% cotton top acid-free paper. What does it mean, this cotton top? Basically what Ohuhu thought to do is something new in the art supply industry, and is to make two layers of paper, one on top of the other. The top one is 100% cotton paper and the bottom one is pulp, so cellulose paper. These together should be 300 GSM. The reason why is that in the watercolor world 300 GSM is considered the standard to have a good thickness for your watercolor paper in order to hold quite lots of water, for example for landscapes. But in my opinion, if you have to do more light watercolor washes, such as urban sketch for example, you can go down up to maybe 200 GSM. The second reason is that cotton paper is considered the top quality for watercolor performance, but it's highly expensive. There are brands like Arch, Ohuhu, Standard on Waterfall, Winsor & Newton. They are all considered top quality. You have to pay quite a lot of money to get those sheets. So Ohuhu thought about giving this option, which is 100% cotton paper, almost, on top of cellulose paper. That means you can cut costs down and you can still use the back side of the paper, because it's cellulose watercolor paper. So in this video we are gonna play around with this and check how it is performing, if it's comparable with a good cotton paper, if it's mid-value, or if it's just crap and it's better to go with cellulose paper. In the end, I'm gonna give you my own personal opinion about that. We are gonna compare the price point of this particular paper to other paper commercially available, at least in the region I'm living. I'm gonna tell you in my opinion to whom this particular paper may be useful. As always, they send me this for free, but the video is not sponsored, so I'm gonna give you my truly honest opinion in this review. Let's dive into it. Reviewing paper is not that easy. I would suggest to start by unboxing the plastic sheet. The pad they sent me is hot press paper, 30 sheets, A4 format. There is a slightly different texture between the back side, which is pulp, and the front side, which is cotton. I believe it should be more visible in the cold press version. Right in the beginning of the unboxing, I noticed something strange. On one side of a specific sheet, there was a little bit of opening of the page. I couldn't tear it up, so I went to the corner and this is what happened. Now don't panic, this was just one sheet and was not that visible. It's not that easy to tear up the two sides of the paper, but for the purpose of the video I wanted to sacrifice one sheet to show you. So they are actually two sheets glued together somehow, and by roughly estimation with my finger I believe the weight per square meter is not 50-50 but is more cotton than pulp paper. Something like 200 cotton and 100 pulp paper. Now let's start actually testing this pad with watercolor. I take the chance to use the Paul Rubens set of 48 artist grade watercolors which I haven't used yet, and start by simply having the common techniques for watercolor on this piece of paper. So I start with some wet on wet and wet on dry technique, some splattering, and since this is hot press paper, it's good for mixed media. I wanted to use also some fine liners on top. So far so good. The experience with the paper is fine. It's not extremely surprising me. In particular, it seems to me from a first glance that the colors are not as bright as on other papers, minding that Paul Rubens are particularly bright colors. I'm trying to use also some brush pens in order to accentuate the texture of the paper, which is smooth. So it's not the smoothest hot press paper, but it's kind of smooth. You can see here clearly from my writing with fountain pen. Something that particularly surprised me positively was the lifting part. You see how easily I can lift the color up. And in the first moment I thought maybe it's because it's not completely dry, so I tried 2 times later on. In the meantime that I was waiting the paint to dry, I tried some more techniques, like mixing up colors and the dry brush, which is not visible for the smoothness of the paper, before diving in an actual painting. So as I said, you can see here, even if the paint is completely dry, you can easily lift it up, which is something I was personally struggling a lot with other hot press paper, such as Arch. For the little painting demo, I wanted to do a crow, so I started by having the fine liner sketch. And while I'm showing you the first results of these tests, I'm gonna frame the crow sketch with a tape, so I'm gonna later on also test how the paper is performing with respect to tearing when I'm taking out the tape. I'm gonna stress the paper a little bit more by a fully wet on wet first layer with a lot of water, mixing the colors directly on the paper. It's behaving pretty good also with respect to color performance. The shift in color, they claim to be not very present, and this is what I experienced. It might be because the water was concentrated on the bottom part of the sheet, and I'm also used to smaller pages, but I experienced quite a strong buckling when the page was drying. And after some splashes, I'm let it dry completely to go for the second layer. I take advantage of the good lifting properties of this paper to show some highlights on the crow feathers. And you see here the buckling of the page can be a little bit tricky when it times for the second layer. Let's start by looking at the price point of this paper pad. At the moment I'm recording this video, it comes with 30 pages hot press paper for 13.99 euro on Amazon Germany, which is 47 cents per page. Right now I can only find the Arch A4 glued pad, so it's gonna cost more because it's glued, and it's 20 euro 79 cents. That means 1 euro 73 cents each sheet, so 4 times the price. If I remember correctly, you can save around about 3 euros with the unglued pad. That means 1 euro 42 cents per sheet, still way more expensive. To be fair, I'm gonna compare also with a German brand, Honeymuhle. They come with a pad of watercolor paper called Britannia for 13 euro, 12 sheets. That means 1 euro 08 cents per sheet. Fabriano with 30 euro, 20 sheets. That means 1.5 euro per sheet. And I also found Midin or Bauhong paper, which is 1 euro 25 cents per sheet. All of these in more or less the same size, A4. You can get the conclusions by your own. After removing the tape, before showing the final piece, I wanted to quickly test also the back side of the paper, which is pulp, I remember. And it's performing just what you expect from pulp paper. So you cannot layer a lot, you cannot get very vibrant colors, but still you can have some studies on it. Which is kind of cool because in my opinion, it plays this paper exactly where it belongs. So It's the perfect paper for intermediate student that wants to try cotton paper first time or wants to use cotton paper for studies and tests. If they don't like the painting, they can still use the backside for testing with pulp. Big amount of paper, you can do a lot with it. It might not be my to-go paper for commission, but I would definitely suggest you to try it and get your own opinion. Particularly if you have never tried cotton paper before and if you are attending workshops. Hope this was useful. Thanks for watching and I see you in the next one. Bye!